Yo guys, Coach Theo here on Common Sense. I'm a weight loss coach, among other things. I really want you to understand that I'm much more than just, personal trainer helping you put on muscle, showing you how to train in the gym, or just a nutrition fasting guy that tells you eat like this, fast like this to lose the weight. I work on myself and others, period, right? Holistically. It's about becoming the best version of you that you can possibly be in every aspect. But of course, a huge component of that is the physical aspect that I feel like a lot of people that are just into the psychological, mental health, or even spiritual stuff are missing. And I feel like a lot of people that are focusing on the weight loss, the more physical side of things, are missing the other things. So I want to help you with the physical component is so important, and it is a bit more straightforward than a lot of other work on the self. You can have more like concrete things to go for, like numbers, exercises, sets and reps in the gym, or calories, meals per day, an amount of time to fast. It is a little bit more straightforward like that, but it is also so much more about getting to know yourself, understanding yourself, your patterns, and changing who you are as well. It's so much more than just finding the right diet. Oh, now I found the right diet. Oh, now I found the right fasting routine. Oh, now I found the right training program. It's all important too. And of course, something I will talk about sometimes, and especially with people. I actually work directly with clients. But yeah, let's start like this. Like for me, weight loss is simple. Not easy, but simple. And what I mean by that is I of course always have to put in some effort. I like just eating maintenance calories is always just nicer somehow than being in some kind of deficit. But I understand the process well enough and I know how I work well enough. So I can make it happen in any way, really. Like if I was like I've lost weight just eating keto for a long time ago now. I've done it eating like 6 meals per day, counting calories. I've done it with aggressive back-to-back, long, like 48-hour plus fasts. I've done it with just a weekly fast. Yeah, I guess these are the different versions of this, is what I've done with good results. And I could do things. I know I could. Like if someone just told me, can you lose weight just eating eggs, or could you lose weight just eating junk food? I could. The last one I wouldn't want to try though, because I don't have to prove that point. It's just too big of a, the return on investment just isn't there. But it is because I understand the process well enough. What I have to be like, what I have to do, no matter routine, like because it always starts with you, right? So we want to be able to lose weight, we have to create consistency, right? Because that's what most people don't have. A lot of people could lose weight for some amount of time, but then stall or then lose motivation or whatever you call it and backtrack, and you're never consistent enough so that you actually reach the end goal and can stay there, right? So rather, absolutely, there's gonna be a component of it. Like I'm talking now both for someone that's like gonna use the videos for like self-coaching, or if you were actually working directly with me, there's gonna be, I always for clients, according to their goals and situation, I will come up with like the technical plan. Like, yeah, with you, we're gonna do a weekly fast. We're gonna have this workout program, or for you, we're actually not gonna have a weekly fast. We're gonna have intermittent fasting only. Whatever it is that I can just, that seems to be fitting this person the best, like technically like that. But then what I do is I create sort of a, like I call it a loop almost. Like it's an ideal to go for all the time, because so many people, when they, no matter the like approach they're using now, when they go off plan, is when they're like starting to feel like I have to compensate. Oh, I broke my fast early. I should probably do another fast and a longer one. Or I had this big cheat meal. Now I have to eat even less on these days coming up, and I have to move more and blah blah blah. Thing is, stuff like that you can do, but it's better than if it's something you like decide beforehand. Like, oh, I know this week coming up, this thing will look different. So to make up for it, I will change my plan around like this. But it shouldn't be some that, because if you find yourself in that pattern that you're consistently failing with what you're set out to do and feel like you have to compensate. That's not what we want. That's not consistent. It's being inconsistent and trying to like fix it all the time instead of just coming closer and closer to that consistency. So for instance, good example, people I have on a weekly fast, 60-hour fast, the most typical one I have people on, when if they break that fast early, very often they ask me like, should I do another one? La, la, la. And I'm like, oh, how did you break it? Oh, but you ate fine. You were within the calorie goal we have for you on eating days. Well, you fasted for, let's say, 36 hours. You still got something in there. Now focus on eating the way you're supposed to on the eating days and hitting your workouts. And then next week we go for hitting the entire fast, right? Because you want to come closer and closer to this. Because also, you're gonna have to, this is what I'm talking about, how it's bigger than just the technical aspect. You want to be watching yourself and see when do I seem to fail, like what thing is the most difficult for me, what kind of trigger, what happens around, what leading up to me doing some kind of mistake or going off plan, does that look like? So you can get to know yourself better and change your patterns. And instead of always just being like all over the place with what you should do, you always come back to, you circle back to that ideal, the loop that you're going for. And then at times, sometimes, like when goals change or circumstances change, or you just get enough mileage with a routine to tell like, maybe this isn't the best one for me, that's when it might be time to actually consider the approach like that. But do you see what I'm saying? Create consistency. Don't be all over the place, jumping back and forth, because it's like that's the people that get the result or that just stay consistent, like myself where I am now. It could be viewed as extreme what I do a lot of the time, but because it's on a high level. But it's not that I failed my workout or I failed my diet, so I have to compensate all the time. No, 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 no. It's I've come closer and closer to an ideal I hold in my head, right? And there's something more I wanted to say. I'm just thinking a little bit, but I guess everyone wants it to be straightforward. Like, this is the diet, this is the one. If you just get this diet and fasting routine and calories and workouts served to you, now it's gonna be easy, and you'll be moving steadily towards your goal, and you will be motivated and experience making progress all the time. But that's not it. Work on the self is difficult. It takes putting yourself in a spot when you know you're gonna fail sometimes. You don't know exactly what you're doing. It's not always steady progress, but as a part of the whole, that's what some periods, like we're talking weight loss, sometimes you'll need to stall a bit to find some things out to be able to move forward eventually, right? It's not easy. It's like it's not about acquiring the right knowledge, getting presented with the right plan or idea. It's actually dedicating yourself to this process that I'm gonna get better over time, and I don't know exactly what that's gonna look like, but I'm gonna find out. Okay? And this is, of course, when just watching videos like this to kind of put your focus where it should be is gonna be helpful. It's kind of not self-coaching, because I am coaching everyone watching this video, right? But it's something you can do on your own. But of course, working directly with a coach, when you can get this kind of input like tailored to you personally, that's of course going to do a lot. And just investing in yourself like that is you're sending you're literally going to have to value it more, but you're also sending a signal to yourself that I'm actually serious about this, right? So I'll do more. Let me know what you want more with weight loss content, because you get some blind spots sometimes in my shoes, where I get to learn a lot through my clients I work with, but because I myself at this point struggle so little with it, I kind of have to think about other processes that I struggle with and compare them to the weight loss to come up with things. But please let me know more. And if you want more, just because I want you to understand that it's not just about finding the right diet, that, of course those things matter as well. It's like with training, you've got to understand, progressive overload, consistency, hitting muscles at a certain frequency, and all this, but there is a lot of technical aspects on programming, exercises, like how you execute the exercise and all stuff like this. So this is, of course, it goes for weight loss too. So just let me know what you'd be interested in doing. I'm gonna do more weight loss and training content, like focusing on the more technical aspects as well. But I can't help bringing the big picture, philosophical, overall self-development stuff into it all, because it just matters with everything. It's like the person that only needs to know technically what they're doing, they don't struggle that much with this, really. They just needed to know what they're doing. But a lot of people that have tried for so long, they need to know the other stuff, not just like this is the diet, this is the fasting, this is the training program. But yeah, I am collecting people for group coaching, and I still, for a little more time, have this one-on-one offer that will be more expensive in the future. All of them, are for people that are really serious, obviously. But just reach out if you want to know more details. You can send a DM on Instagram or email me. Consider becoming a member of the channel or supporting with a super thanks or super chat when I do lives. I'm gonna do more lives now, definitely. Just gonna, maybe some spontaneous ones, but I'm gonna try to find out what's the best time to have a scheduled one when most people will see it. Yeah, you can become a patron or support on PayPal too. It's all in the description. It's very much appreciated. Please subscribe for more content about fitness, fasting, losing weight, building muscle, self-improvement, stoicism, mental health, philosophy, mindset, spirituality. Mindset again. It is a mindset, guys. Create consistency. Peace.